So as a guy, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Taylor Swift.
So why do guys hate Taylor Swift?
Don, why do you hate Taylor Swift?
It's just too pretty.
Why do you not like Taylor Swift?
Just too
I
much.
don't like her songs at all.
Just too much. Just too much. Just too much like glitter and everything.
Uh-huh.
When I think of Taylor Swift, I think of glitter.
Why do you hate Taylor Swift?
Oh, I could care less. To be honest.
So why do people like Taylor Swift?
I really don't know. If I could probably take a guess, I'd probably say it's because she's relatable and, like, a lot of people like her style. I asked my WJMC group me because I know, like, a lot of them like Taylor Swift, and, at Taylor Swift lovers, why do you like Taylor so? Oh my gosh.
Basically, people like Taylor because she's a storyteller and people like her unique and nostalgic style.
Okay, so why do you hate Taylor Swift?
When did I say I hate Taylor Swift?
I'm just assuming you do.
I love Taylor Swift. I love her song 22 and Shake It.
Okay, so why do you like Taylor Swift?
Because my mom made me listen to her so many times when I was younger, when my dad was in Afghanistan, so now I know her early albums.
So with this in mind, I finally sat down and listened to Taylor.
Hold on. So I'm doing the math right now, and there's about 200 Taylor Swift songs. Let's just say there's about 200. And they're about 3.5 minutes each. When you multiply that together, that is 700 minutes of Taylor Swift. You divide that by 60, so like the minutes an hour, and you have almost 12 hours of Taylor Swift that I have to listen to. So the next week of my life was just non-stop Taylor Swift music. So I was honestly surprised at how early Taylor had like her sound or style down. Like it's a bit too slow-paced for me and like too country. It's really emotional and it shows that she's always been talking about boy issues since she was a teen. So she has more iconic and popular songs in this album, but a lot of it is still like slow-paced and I'm pretty sure I blanked out half the time. It's still really emotional if that's your thing. Taylor is starting to pick up the pace and she's moving away from country and she seemed to be more into rock for a second. I think she's like experimenting in this album. And for me, the songs are really just hit and miss. Honestly, this album's one of the best. Taylor has a few iconic and popular songs on this one, and it's finally not as slow-paced. But the back half drags on for a while, and it's really slow. So I guess this album has like its ups and downs, but overall it's a decent enough album. So this is the best Taylor Swift album. This album fully embraces Taylor's pop side, and after listening to slow, country, emotional ballads for the first 3 albums, this album is finally mostly pop. This album finally brings like a range to the usual slow, emotional grind that listening to Taylor's music gives. And I know you might be saying, Jed, you actually like Taylor? And I would say, no, it's just the best of the worst. It's kind of darker pop than I expected from Taylor. I mean, you can kind of tell this album was going to be a little bit different just by looking at the title and cover. So, I mean, it's not exactly poppy, happy, and upbeat like Red in 1989 were, but it isn't slow and emotional country either. So the songs are really just hit or miss on this album. I mean, they're not bad, but like they're either really good songs or they're just average. I mean, overall, it is less pop and upbeat happiness, but for me, it just makes Love It okay. So it's kind of lo-fi. Like, it's not really upbeat and poppy, and it's really laid back and chill, but it's not overly emotional and doesn't drag on for too long. I mean, I thought I wouldn't like her style in this album, but it's actually not that bad. Folklore was better. This album is the sister of Folklore, and it's the same style as the last album, but I just didn't really enjoy it as much. So what are my top 10 Taylor Swift songs? So after listening to every song, my favorite Taylor Swift songs are 1, 22, 2, We Are Never, Ever Getting Back Together, 3, Welcome to New York, 4, Paper Rings, 5, Blank Space, 6, Bad Blood, 7, Red, 8, You Need to Calm Down, 9, Picture to Burn, and 10, Starlight. 10 was kind of like a toss-up between like Starlight and Stay, 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 and I went with Starlight. So what do I think now? If I could get 12 hours of my life back, I would. In all seriousness though, I don't think she's that bad. I'm like way more into pop than like any other genre, so like 1, I didn't really enjoy her first few albums, which were just really like slow, emotional, and country. 2, I probably enjoyed listening to Taylor more than like most other guys. But overall, I did think that she was okay, as long as I don't have to listen to her first few albums. Her songs are pretty long though. One thing I do admire about Taylor is the fact that she can like shift genres and still be able to be distinctly Taylor. So I guess I'd rate her like a 7 out of 10. I decided to listen to all of Taylor's music because she is dropping an album today. So if you want me to review Midnight, then I guess comment down below. I don't really care. Wait, Taylor recorded all of her songs again? Oh no.